ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop in the flight, take a trip to Peru. That hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Every week I got a mission to get it. Hop on a flight and then finish in business. I'm sitting in business, just look at the ticket. A traveling man, I'm switching to pivot. Why would I talk about it when I live it? I know that you live it, I know that you mad. Putting up numbers and flipping the digits again and again and again. Well, you get it. Elevate and enjoy the saga. Better pay, give me more of them dollars. Still on the grind, ahead of my time. My yesterdays are your mananas. Trip to Hawaii to bust out the haka. I bust out the haka, I bust out the ooh. When there's nothing to do. Never been capping, you know that it's true. Haters will cry me a river like boo. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around us. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it. Yeah. I've been going hard from the night into the daylight. Telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in today's battle. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the New York Jets, and it's coming up next.
On a warm, late summer afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to MedLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, thrilled to be back with you. Charles, today is the day, September 7th, 2023. Should be a national holiday, in my view. 206 days since the Chiefs beat the Eagles in Super Bowl 57. The NFL is back. The opening Thursday night game happening tonight. Let's talk big picture. What kind of chances do you give the Chiefs and the Eagles of repeating as conference champions?
First of all, I'm with you. It should be a national holiday. I like where your head is on that one. Let's talk about the Chiefs. They've just dominated the AFC West. I give them an excellent chance of getting back to the conference championship game and maybe beyond. For the Eagles, a little more problematic. There hasn't been a repeat.
Taking it right down Broadway. Dwayne Eskridge. He's inside the 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd? They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
After years of flirting with the idea, the four-time MVP finally found his way out of Green Bay this offseason, guiding himself to the Jets. We know he's already a Hall of Fame lock, but this is a chance to add one more crowning achievement to his resume.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Rodgers now to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Jets. Garrett Wilson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jets marching right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Zerline good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Dwayne Eskridge elects to bring it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. And leading him out, the former Jet, playing against his ex-team, the 39th overall pick in 2013, drafted by those Jets, Geno Smith.
Didn't exactly cover himself in glory during his time with the Jets, 11-18 as a starter. Almost wonder if not going in the first round and having to come back that second day at the draft was a precursor about what was going to happen with him with the Jets. Plenty of talent, great mind, a football gym rat, but it never came all together while he was in New York.
And now he's on the other side. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno sliding out of the pocket. There he goes, right side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Smith now to throw. Flush to his right. Breaks through the contact. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Well, I don't want to be a jinx partner and put the whammy on him, but I think we could be looking at an all-time day on the ground with the way that he's going. Only a few quarterbacks in this league are capable of a 100-yard game, and he's halfway there just in the first quarter. This is a record-setting pace. Hopefully, he can keep it up, and we can have fun watching it.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Geno now to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Steps away. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Geno Smith taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on him, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Throwing is Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
To about the 48-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. Is when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback, and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn that for a first down.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit hot. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues, and the chains move again. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Rodgers going to throw. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He completes this to Walker. Fights through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now left side on the swing pass. Wiggles free. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, Smith. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about how the defensive backs read routes and make plays on the football. How about a good linebacker
backward, feeling the route, seeing the quarterback, jumps the play, and knocks it away. Really well done.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw held no shot.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This from 54 yards away. Myers' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Rodgers to throw on second down. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. A gain of 3, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Now Rodgers, a tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because you had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. And back deep is DJ Dallas. This will be fielded at the 17. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Again, it's Walker. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Straight ahead, Walker. There's a nice move. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. Fights through and now a crease. Stiff-armed him.
Missed.
He will not go down. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's the rookie from UCLA, Zach Charbonnet. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now Smith. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Smith on 3rd down, rolling to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Geno Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Over.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. This is Cobb with a catch right side. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fielded at the 43. So a change of possession here on the punt. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble and 2nd down.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw, Smith out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Carl Lawson able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Escaping the... And he's going to go down again. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Smith will stay out there. The offense is going to go here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the 1st down. It's now 1st and goal.
Throwing is Smith. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Here's Smith. Left side complete to Lockett. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rodgers, pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock.
He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Hand off here to Walker. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. And even 50 yards for Ken Walker. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's Cook again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker headed back out there. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 125 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd and 6. And going right back to Walker. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On the give, it's Walker. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll give it up to the big man Walker. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. On the handoff, this is Walker. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. It was a strong first half for the former Spartan, Kenneth Walker. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out. Not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard.
Rodgers pass complete to number 10, Alan Lazard. It's a gain of 15 yards. And
these guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. There he goes, right side. It's so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Think he's got some unfinished business after taking that all the way down to the 1?
There's no doubt in his mind that he has unfinished business. How upset would he be, even though he won't show it, if the play call comes in, quarterback, keeper, bootleg, maybe someone else carrying the football? He's done the heavy lifting. Let him take it across the goal line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Draymond Jones just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Cook up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. He'll get this to about the 38.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They run again with Walker, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. To throw is Rodgers. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He completes this to Walker. Shedding the tackle, shoves him away. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Again, Smith. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Smith now to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing again is Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 24.
41, Jets 17. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Time for another look now at Geno Smith and the Seahawk offense.
The returns on the last drive, pretty good. 7 for 7, touchdown pass. Probably take that, right?
I would say so. I mean, when you're cutting them apart that way, feeling so accurate, so confident going downfield, and then able to culminate by putting it in the end zone, oh, yeah.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith. Under pressure, and they got to him again. John Franklin Myers in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. 3rd and long, it's Smith. And the pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Quinnen Williams in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Off of play action, here's Smith. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
This is where you step up. They can't beat us straight up.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at their own 24.
He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Nicole Hardman.
62 yards.
And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Cook, they'll try and run it.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here at MedLife Stadium, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. It's a gain of 12 first down Seahawks. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Quentin Jefferson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Under pressure, they got him again. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson, that's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And this one's high, but not very far. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jordan Brooks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
They have still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on third down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
But give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. That is caught. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Dalvin Cook taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Certainly a rarity for all but an elite couple of quarterbacks in this league to have a 100-yard day on the ground. Heck, even running backs don't hit the mark as often as they used to. Nice to see them keep calling his number once they saw he was in line for a special game.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. John Franklin Myers getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And now a hook up downfield on second down. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 65 yards. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Allen Lazard and the Jets set to go back on offense.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Draymond Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, on turbo, on turbo.
Now Geno on first down.
Outright to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Smith now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And
Throwing now is Geno.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So no gain on the play, and that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. To throw is Rodgers.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up first and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Smith under pressure, and they got to him again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. And now out come the Jets. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing is Rodgers.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Rodgers.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
Now Rodgers. That is caught. Room to maneuver at the 35. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, Jets. Randall Cobb, 70 yards.
And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you've got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And the Jets have recovered. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
Rodgers. That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he's brought down.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers.
That's complete to Lazard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock, look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Smith going to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Geno now to throw. Forced out to his left. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On first down, Smith flushed out right. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and that should just about do it.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. On 1st and 10, Smith. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.